Hi, I'm Dennis Rodkin. I write the Deal Estate column for Chicago Magazine, and this is DEQs, where I answered readers' real estate questions. A reader named Don in Streeterville asks, my sister and I want to buy a foreclosure or two as an investment. We have some concerns. Hers, when we're landlords, we'll get lowlifes as tenants. Mine, repairs and management will cost so much that it won't do us any good. Do you think we should do it? These are actually both very common questions, according to an expert I consulted for this, Bruce Hackl, who's a South Suburban real estate agent and real estate investor and teaches seminars on investing in real estate and in particular investing in foreclosures. Landlording is an intimidating prospect, but Hackl says don't go into it assuming you'll have a bad experience. He says he's seen many people turned off from investing in foreclosures and other real estate because a friend has said they got this one angry call after midnight from a tenant. Most tenants are not going to do that. Most tenants are going to pay their rent on time and not be very demanding. One of the ways to guarantee, or at least to try to guarantee, that you get good tenants is to carefully screen them in advance. That reduces the risk you're taking. You do a credit check, you do a background check, and Hackl says make sure you do this with everybody who applies, not just the people who look a little skeevy to you. Two reasons. One, you don't want to be taken in by a smooth talker, and two, you don't want to be accused later of having treated different classes of applicants differently. Before taking someone's security deposit, make sure you see their most recent pay stubs. It's proof that they're working at the time of the application. And you should also note that one way to get good tenants is to be a good landlord. You should have the place in good condition when you're showing it, and when people call to take a look, you should respond quickly and show the place promptly so that they can make a decision. You should also make very clear your expectations on pets and smoking and other kinds of things, and be nice. Now, on management and repair costs, there will be repair costs. So you shop carefully when you're looking at the foreclosures to find the ones that need less fixing and upgrading before occupancy. And you also make sure that you've had it inspected because you're buying that place as is. Then keep some money on hand as a reserve for repairs, because there will be repairs. If the rent is above your carrying costs on the property, you should very carefully bank some portion of that every month so that you're building a reserve fund and you hope that it builds up in advance of any big repairs coming along. The other thing to do is have a team of trades in place in advance. Know who the best and fairest priced plumber, roofer, and others are, so that if something happens, you're not rushing out in a desperation situation and taking anybody you can. Except in rare cases, Hackl says, don't pay management costs. If you buy near yourself, if you buy a foreclosure that's near your home, you're able to get to it on a regular basis. It's not a destination, and you'll be able to do the upkeep. While your portfolio is small, if you've got just a few properties, you don't really need a property manager, he says. The cost of it is going to cut into your investment, and most people who have a reasonable amount of attention can really do the management themselves. But then there's one thing that Hackl says that you didn't ask about, but that he thinks is worth your attention, and that is make sure everybody has a job description. His family invests in foreclosures, and he says that it's even more essential to know who's responsible for what when it's a family situation so nobody's feelings get hurt. Thanks for your question. Send me more at dennis@rodkin.com.